Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! Welcome back. It's time for another Mass Make Monday, and in case you're new to my channel, what I do is I set a timer for 45 minutes, try to see how many of a particular item I can make in that time. And today we are going to make flip out pockets inspired by Cathy over at Cathy's Garden. I'll leave a link to her video down below, and I'm going to go ahead and start my timer and run through how we're making these. And we're using index cards. So I've got some that I covered with some antique and vintage book page and some that are coffee dyed. And I've got two sizes. I've got, these are 4x6s, I think. Yes, 4x6, and these are 5x8. And let's go ahead and assemble one, and then I'll update you on what's going on and let you know what's going on for the rest of this year. All right, and excuse my voice if it sounds a little off. I have got a head cold. I'm telling you, it's been a month. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna score. You need 2 index cards per pocket. So I've got one of the ones covered with old book page, and I'm gonna score them, and that's gonna be my top part. So I'm gonna score in at 5.5. And then flip it around and score at 5.5 again. And then I'm gonna take our back piece and I'm gonna score in at 5. So basically I'm scoring a 1/2 inch on either side of the front piece and 1 inch on our back piece. So let me assemble one, and then we'll go through and do all our scoring and folding and assembly line it. I'm just gonna do this, and do that, and then what we'll do is glue this on like so. Actually, I'm gonna glue it on like so. Got a dog going crazy outside. I may have to go get him. This way, when you glue it onto the page and it flips open, you can have journaling space by having the lines on the outside. All right, let me grab my glue. Bert, knock it off. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add glue here. A little extra glue under there. And over here. And as I'm doing this, I'm like, wait, I did not put, and then a little on the bottom to seal up the bottom of our pocket. And then we're gonna glue it down like so. And I meant to put a notch in our pocket and forgot to do that, but that's okay. We can notch it afterwards. So that's what it's gonna look like. And then you attach the little flip part to the page and it can flip out. And if you wanna do a notch, just grab, this is a 1.5 circle punch, and I can go in and just do a little notch up here like so, to indicate that it is in fact a pocket, and then ink edges and do all that sort of stuff. So that's what we're gonna make. So let's go ahead and just go through and score everybody. All right, so update on what's been going on since my last Mass Make Monday. Hey, last warning, sir. My cousin came and visited, and we had a lovely time. Let's see, what did we do? The first day she was here, we decorated my dad's Christmas tree. And then we went to the Asian Lantern Festival and to the German restaurant for dinner. So we had a delicious meal, and the Asian Lantern Festival was fantastic as usual. then we, oh no, that's supposed to get at 5. Let's see. And then the next day we went to Disney Springs, which is kind of a shopping dining area, and we had brunch and wandered around Disney Springs, which for the holidays, and I think it's still going on, they have Christmas trees up at Disney Springs, and at certain shops there you can pick up a map with stickers, and if you go around and find all of the trees and get stickers, they'll give you a little commemorative ornament. So we did that. And then we did Animal Kingdom, which I think is probably one of those two places is probably where I picked up the cold. So I've been feeling kind of meh as a result. And as a result, I ended up deciding to cancel my holiday party, which I'm filming this on Sunday, and it was supposed to be today, but I was just not feeling up to it. Plus, if it's a cold and it's contagious, I did not want to be making a whole bunch of food for people and getting people sick right before Christmas. That did not seem like a nice Christmas present for them. So I canceled that, but before we get there, we had our postponed Thanksgiving, because if you've been watching my channel, you know I got sick with food poisoning right before Thanksgiving, so we postponed it till when my cousin was here. So I spent Monday cooking, and so we had our Thanksgiving dinner, which was great. And then my cousin was here on, her last day was Tuesday, and with an evening flight, and so she spent the day because it was finally a warm day. All right, since this is 8, we're gonna do 7.5. She spent the day out in a lounger on my like backside yard area so that she could sit and soak up some sun. So she did that. And then my sister took her to the airport, so they left a little early so that they could go eat and do that. And then Tuesday afternoon was when I started feeling not so great. And I took the Wednesday off as well that week so that I could try and get some stuff done, because I knew I wasn't going to get anything done over the weekend with my cousin visiting. And so I did not get as much done as I would have liked because I wasn't feeling so great, because congestion and stuffy nose and scratchy throat and just all sorts of not funness. All right, let's do these guys at 7. So yeah, I love having my cousin come visit. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time, really enjoyed myself, but oh my goodness, she has so much energy. She is exhausting. I adore her, but I tell her when she's here, I'm like, you're exhausting. Because yeah, she's got way more energy than I do. So, but yeah, we had a lovely time. Went to Animal Kingdom. Rode several of the rides, saw the animals. It was a lovely day. Haven't been to Animal Kingdom, I think, since it like first opened. Like I went when my sister was still in high school. So sometime in the mid-90s, I think was the one and only time I went. So and it was nice. We went on It's Hard to Be a Bug, I think, is it? Or It's a Bug's Life or something like that, based on A Bug's Life animated movie. And apparently they're closing that in 2025 to make it a Zootopia ride, so, or show or whatever. So it was nice to get to see it again before they closed it. And maybe in, you know, like 20 some odd years I'll go back to Animal Kingdom again. So yeah, we did that and had a lovely day. And so Saturday we did Disney Springs, and we had an incident Saturday night, which almost caused problems for Sunday when we went to Animal Kingdom. So our Saturday night incident. If you have been watching my channel, you know in end of June, I redid my craft room and I downsized from a full-size couch in here to a love seat because, well, 99% of the time it is just me and the dogs in the house. And so I figured I didn't need a full couch for me. But with my cousin here, it was a little cozier, and ooh, that is the wrong way because I want the plain side out. It was a bit cozier. So she and I were sitting on the love seat. My dog Powell got up on the love seat and was between me and like the arm of the chair. And Bert was on the footrest. And it was about 7:30ish. And if Bert's sleeping like in the other room, you can't go and pet him because you might think he's awake, but he's not. And when you startle him awake, he is aggressive. And I don't know exactly what set him off. I think Powell like got nudged, woke up, growled, and that woke Bert up and freaked him out. So he went after Powell. And I'm beginning to think I should have just glued and then folded the flaps over because it's a little bit off fold-wise. So they're basically on my lap and Bert's going after Powell. And normally he's done this before, and it's the, you know, establishing his dominance kind of thing. Generally does not hurt Powell, but usually they're on the ground, and what I do is I'll toss some water on Bert and they'll separate and everybody will be fine. Well, because they were on the couch and on top of me, I used my foot to nudge Bert off, and I think that's what caused our problem, which is that Bert took a chunk of Powell's ear with him. Not a big chunk, just a little chunk, but enough of it that he needed to go get looked at by the emergency vet. So I bundled Powell off. My cousin goes and hides in the extra bedroom. And I get him checked out. And we were at the emergency vet for like 3 hours. I left a little bit before 8. Probably got there about 8. We did not leave there until 11. And so with driving home, I don't think I got home till like check out and all that and driving home. I got home about 11:30. So that was a very long day. And of course now Powell is like, I want to go out in the yard. And what they did was they put, hold on Powell, I'll be right there, 2 staples in his ear just to kind of close up the wound. And I had a follow-up vet visit because pretty sure I told you about this right before Thanksgiving. Powell tweaked his back. And let me pause this and see if he wants out. So, yeah, he's now got a cone on his head. And he, as I think I was saying, he tweaked his back before Thanksgiving. So I already had a follow-up with my vet scheduled for Wednesday after my cousin went back. So I took him in, and they also did a recheck on his ear. And one of the staples that the emergency vet put in fell out, which according to my vet happens, you know, often because they're not in very deep. So he decided he was going to numb the area and try putting in some stitches. And if the stitches didn't work, he was going to go ahead and I think I'm just going to redo the side fold on these because they're not lining up exactly perfect at 1 inch. I think I'm better off doing this and then pulling this back in and lining up at the 6 and doing this. There, that's much better. Let's add a little bit more glue. And he said, you know, if Powell wouldn't sit still for getting his stitches put in, he'd go ahead and do more staples. But, you know, if the staples fell out again, it set us back square one again and all that good stuff. So, fortunately, Powell was calm enough and willing to let him put the stitches in. So, he now has stitches in. He's got the cone on. He's going to have it on for another week. We have a follow-up, and hopefully the stitches will come out and everything will be good, and we can move on with our life because, oh, poor little man. He's doing better than when he first got the cone put on, but he does not love being in the cone, and I don't blame him. And normally we have an issue because my other dog feels compelled to set his brother free when his brother has a cone on. And I mentioned this at the emergency vet. I'm like, oh, great. We always have problems with, you know, keeping cones on because my other dog wants to be helpful and set him free. And will untie because they usually use, like, either vet tape or gauze or something like that to tie the cone on. And they said, well, you know, if you've got a collar at home, try doing that, which that's a great solution. And the only collar I have for Powell at home is his Christmas collar. So he's all festive with a cute little plaid bow through his cone. Because he doesn't generally wear a collar because Bert will grab him by the collar and try and drag him around, which does not go well. The last time, and that's when I stopped having him wear a collar, was Bert got his jaw caught in the collar and he was choking Powell, and it was like, oh, this is not good. So he does not wear a collar around the house because it's a choking hazard. But I at least had one, so his cone is on, and he's just so pathetic. And it's just, I will be very glad when we're all back to normal and the cone of shame is gone, and yeah. It's a very odd sight seeing him under a blanket with the big cone on his head because, yeah, he still wants to be under the blankies. So, yeah, that's our latest puppy dog drama. And so, yeah, I've got yet another vet visit going, and had my windows the windows, I know I mentioned this in one of the previous videos, but I'm having new windows put in. Supposed to get them installed in January. They got the windows finished early, so they were pretty persistently insistent about getting them installed sooner, and originally were scheduled for this Friday, and I was just like, I can't do it. Like, I can't. So I called them and pointed out, I'm like, my dog's on rest. I can't have people in the house working. It's just not going to go well. So they're like, well, when he'll be off rest? I'm like, after Christmas. So they're coming the day after Christmas. So I'm going to have to tear apart my house on Christmas Day to get everything out of the way. Like, I was talking to my dad, and it's funny because I needed to go to the grocery store, and I can't leave the dogs home alone together because I'm concerned Bert will decide to clean Powell's wound, and by doing so get it infected and cause even more problems. So I had my dad come over to sit with them. He's looking at me, and I get home and he's like, there's no way we can move all of this stuff because I'm doing the windows in the craft room and the front room of my house. He's like, in one day, this is going to take way more than that. And oh, I forgot to restart the timer. Nuts. How long have we been going? 5 minutes. Okay. I can't delete 5 minutes from this, but I will try to remember at 5 minutes left that we should stop. All right, I am refilled. Yes, that's got refilled back off. Refilled back off. Oh, I stuck these over here to do the re-scoring for the base piece because it just works better after we do all of the folding and gluing. And I looked at it, I'm like, well, but Dad, I don't need you to help me move all of, like, the craft supplies that I have every freaking where in this room. Mostly because, like, my desk is here, and I've got windows to that side of me. So I've got to pretty much move my craft desk, the table behind, if you watched my tour video, and all of the stuff underneath there because they need to get into the window. And I'm like, I don't need your help moving that stuff. I'm going to start this week, move a little bit at a time out of the room. And I just need you to help me with the big things, like moving the desk itself, because when I tried to move it by myself for the remodel, or, you know, the redoing of the floors and all that, I ended up tweaking one of the screws that holds the top to the bottom piece. And so I can't just like put it on cloths and slide it on the floor all by myself, because that's just going to damage it. So I need help doing that. And I've got to take down all of the blinds that are in here, because they're in the way of where they're going to be installing the new windows. So it's like, I just need help with that. I can do all the other little stuff on my own during the week. And then just on Christmas, need his help moving the bigger pieces. So he's going to come over on Christmas Day so that we can move some big furniture pieces out of the way, so that when they come the day after Christmas, everything's out of their way. And I will be very glad when this project is done, although I'm only doing half my windows now, so this means possibly next year I will be doing the other half of the windows in the house, and suspect I will be very glad once it's all finished and I don't have to think about the windows anymore. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. Is that everything? Oh, Bert got a possum the other night. Must have been Wednesday night, because I got him to drop it, thankfully, instead of eating it, as he did with that one squirrel he got. And I removed it from the yard and kind of had it mostly in a bag, but I wasn't 100% sure if the possum was dead or not, because, you know, playing possum, it's a thing. So I kind of put him in the bag, but I didn't want to put it in my trash in case he wasn't dead and then he'd be trapped in there. And I was like, that would just be bad on so many levels. So I kind of just moved it out of the backyard to my side yard and left it there. So either it wasn't dead and it was just playing, and that Bert, because he grabbed him kind of in the middle when he was shaking him, didn't quite manage to, you know, kill him, or something else came and took it, because when I went out on Thursday evening to dispose of said possum, because garbage goes out on Thursday nights, possum was gone. So hopefully he's alive and kicking and will never come anywhere near my yard ever, ever, ever again, because he's terrified of what he experienced. But yeah, I was just like, oh, he's gone. Hopefully that's a good thing. But yeah, so that's my life right now. I had to have my dad come and dog sit while I went grocery shopping, because I can't leave my dogs alone. And we've got one more week of meds, and I have to clean the wound and put like ointment on it. Like it's a medicated solution I use to like clean it off, and then put ointment on to help promote healing and all that good stuff. And a ridiculously expensive vet bill at like the worst time of year for an expensive vet bill. So yeah, there's all that fun. I'm very much looking forward to 2024 being over. The last month and a half has not been going so great. It's the second time I've gotten sick. It's just thrown everything all off, and I'm just like, oh, I still haven't finished making presents for my aunts, which need to go out by the end of this week, and I'm working on them. But yeah, I'm just, oof. I am over 2024. I'm very much over it. It's like, okay, let's move on, and hopefully 2025 will go smoother. And speaking of 2025, I am working on plans for what I'm going to do with my YouTube channel in the coming year, and I would really love it if you gave me some feedback as to what you'd like to see me do on my channel in the coming year. My big thing that I am currently thinking about is, so right now I usually post videos on Mondays are my Mass Make Monday videos. Wednesdays are, and I started this at the beginning of the year, and so if you did not see my beginning of 2024 year video, you may not know that this was what the plan was. Okay, I was just making sure, I was checking. I'm like, I have one more of these. I already did that one, and of course my dog's barking now. I may have to go get him and bring him in. I decided to do, for Wednesdays, I'd alternate between either a use it or lose it video, which is where I pulled stuff out of my use it or lose it box, or a project half done, where I finished up some unfinished project that's been, you know, sitting in my stash for who knows how long. So that was the first week, first Wednesday of the month. Then I would, for the second week, do a technique based video. The third was my Christmas card for my 12 months of Christmas cards. And then the last Wednesday of the month was mystery craft, where I put craft projects in my Eeyore mug and pulled one out and, you know, did whatever using the craft product I pulled out of the mug. And then Fridays were for whatever other project I wanted to be working on. Like, that was just random project day. So as I'm looking to 2025, and especially, all right, I think I'm gonna have to pause here for a sec and go get a Bert, because he's barking. So I will be right back. All right, let's make sure we start the timer again. There we go. And I didn't bring him in because he's just sitting there letting the wind, you know, flap his ears in the breeze, and he looks so happy sitting out there with the wind in his ears. But ooh, my other one's going to the back corner, which means they're gonna start barking like crazy at the back neighbor dog. Of course, because I just sat back down to finish doing this. Wait, maybe not. Apparently she's not out because Powell's not barking, just Bert knows I'll bring them in if they start barking at her, so he preemptively started barking before they realize she's not actually out. Oh, the little stinker. So that was my schedule for this past year, and the idea was for the Mass Make Monday videos I would do very little editing, just maybe cut out me clearing my throat so that I wouldn't have to spend as much time editing these videos as I do my other videos, because that takes a lot of time. But I'm also realizing getting 3 videos filmed each week is taking a lot of time. All right, that's everybody. And we've got like 15 minutes left to decorate. So let's have some fun doing some decorating. All right, now for this one, I feel like I need to ink, and since we already put a little notch in, let's go ahead and work on this one. I'm gonna grab some tea dye and ink away our edges as I finish talking. So that was what I decided to do this year. I've posted videos mostly 3 days a week, but it means I spend pretty much all weekend, every weekend, filming, and then pretty much almost every night during the week editing videos, and I'm finding it to be a little bit much, and that it's getting me a little bit burnt out, I think. So for next year, hey, hush! And then I'm gonna just, because that's too white showing, ink along there. And then we can ink the edges on the back just to make it a little less white. But I basically am going to leave these undecorated. Now, you, of course, if you're making these, could use pattern paper, scrapbook paper, digitals, actual book page. Most of my book page just isn't sturdy enough to do this with, which is why I covered some to create some book page ones. There we go. And I am going to grab some bits and bobs. Let me grab this stack over here and bring this over. Let's see if I can find something to decorate that with, because I am starting on some autumny, or not autumn, wintry, fairy, forest type themed journals, that because I've got that craft fair that I was supposed to do, or the fair that I was supposed to do back in, these are taller than I want, October, where I've done a whole bunch of Halloween themed stuff that I'm taking, and I'm kind of concerned that since it's so far off of Halloween, that they're not gonna sell very well. So I wanted to do some like wintry fairy kind of things. Let's see if that might work. Kind of like that. Let's ink the edges on that. Let's do blue. So these are fussy cuts and bits and bobs from kits I'm doing for those, and they are by Ink and Paper. I'll leave a link down in the description box below. So that's what I'm going to be using for decorating, I think, is stuff to go with those journals for at least some of these. So where was I? Oh, so that was last year. This past year, what I have been doing is, you know, the 3 days a week. And I'm thinking for next year of, do that. I think it needs, I've got the words, I think I've got the words winter in here somewhere. Yes, I've got Winter Wonderland. Do I like that? Do I want to do that? No, that is not working for me. All right, let me pull out some labels. Okay, so this is Shabbydabbydoodah. I think that works. Let's see what else we got. Sorry, my brain kind of got stuck there for a sec. I think these are Ilopa, or they might be my porch prints. I'm not 100% sure on that. I think that's gonna go there. Let's see. You know, those are, it's like ILOPIA, I think is the name of the digital. All right, so we got that, and I'm thinking like that, just to give us a bit of a nice cluster going. And I think I like that, but I think what I want to do is grab stencil. Where did I put my stencils? I just had them a little while ago. I've been moving stuff all around. I cannot find anything anywhere these days, it seems like. I think I want to do a little stenciling. And since these are kind of wintry, I'm going to grab, where's the one I wanted? It doesn't seem to be in here. I thought I had. Maybe I don't have that one. Okay, let's grab this one. Do some snowflakes. right there in some blue. And I'm gonna grab a brush. Once I find the brushes out of there, and do some blue. Let's do some tumbled glass. Just kind of stencil a little over here. Hey, at least we're going to get one decorated, and all of them are assembled for a change on a Mass Make Monday. And I need to get my brain back to focus so I can talk about what I'm planning for 2025, so I can get some input as to what your thoughts and feelings are regarding that. Because I think what I'm going to do is ditch Mass Make Mondays, switch my posting days to Tuesdays and Thursdays, so it gives me a little bit more time between when I film on the weekend and when they need to go up on, right? So that I'm not posting on Monday, I post on Tuesday, and then instead of Wednesday, I do Thursday. And possibly if I am, you know, ambitious enough and get something, there may be the occasional, I'm going to put a little dab of glue right here and glue this guy on and then stick the stamp on. I may on occasion post an extra video, but right now I'm leaning towards just posting videos twice a week. Give myself a little bit of break, give me some time to, you know, there's some crafting I would like to do that I don't necessarily am going to do for videos. Like in 2021, I got into watercolor painting, and I don't feel like I have the competency or proficiency to do videos on that. I'm gonna need to grab a dog here in a sec. But there we go. So there's one completely decorated. Let's pull out another one. Let's do one of the ones that isn't. And I've pretty much designed them all to open one direction because I wasn't paying attention to that, but that's something to keep in mind. Let's put a notch in the top, which I left that out. All right. Now you can notch both sides. I think I'm just going to notch the one and then ink edges. And I think I'm going to ditch everything except Christmas, 12 months of Christmas cards with regards to the Wednesday specific videos kind of thing, and just have it be a little bit less structured next year. This way, if I'm not feeling like doing something in particular, I don't have to, but I am going to keep my 12 months of Christmas cards. I think that worked out really well for me this year. I still don't have all my Christmas cards done because, well, it's me, but also because I wasn't being sufficiently strategic when making the Christmas cards during this past year, because I do my cards, I make them very specific to the person. And all right, I gotta pause and go get him. So yeah, I think starting next year, I'm gonna ditch everything except the 12 months of Christmas, because I really do think that helped me out a whole heck of a lot. I really kind of want to use that, but it needs more. I kind of want like a snowflake die cut, but I don't have a snowflake die cut. I don't want to take the time to do that. All right, let's pick something else to go on this one so that I could get this one done. All right, we need purple for the edges on this one. And I actually think maybe I'm gonna do some stenciling on this one real quick. I think the stencil I want, yeah, here it is. looking for this guy. And we're going to do purple, because purple, let's do, I want to do Villainous Potion, which means I want to use a different brush, but I want to be less intense. So we're gonna do it on scrap paper and then do it on the paper. Okay, so back to plans. Oh yeah, I'm blaming it on the head cold, that I'm just a little muzzy headed due to the head cold, and that's why I keep getting sidetracked here. So that's my thought process, is that I will cut back and do 2 videos a week, possibly do some like bigger projects, like more projects that are in multiple parts, so that I can get some of the bigger like mixed media projects I want to do, working on those. And then this way I will also have some time on the weekends to spend time doing crafts I wouldn't film, because I have a couple scrapbooks that I'm horribly behind on putting together for myself, from trips that I took ages and ages ago, that kind of feel like I want to put them over here too. And you know, that's not necessarily something I'm gonna do videos of on my channel, unless you desperately want me to do that. If you do, let me know, and I'll post a video with me scrapbooking. I'm not opposed to doing it. I just, you know, it's not really what I set up the channel to do, but if you want to see it, I'll video it. But, you know, I want to have time to do that, and my watercolor painting, I want to have some time to work on that and do that, because I really enjoy that, but that is definitely not something I am competent enough to do videos for you guys on, unless you just want a video watching me play with my watercolor paints, because I can do that. I can just film myself painting. Again, just let me know in the comments down below. I need more stuff to go on here. You know what? I wonder, would a doily work? Would a doily work? I feel like I don't want this color of doily. I've got like little mini doilies over here, but I don't think I like this color. And I've got more somewhere, I think. You know, I think I've got some white ones die cut somewhere. I just don't know where. I've got stuff everywhere. I swear I really need, like, I reorganized stuff and then I can't find anything. You know what I mean? Like, you do the organizational thing and then you cannot find any of your stuff. Oh, look, I've got cute little doilies in here. Look at that. I kind of think that one might work. This was cut out of, like, magazine page. I think I may like that. A little snowflakey, but that, I think I like that idea. Do that. It definitely needs something else to go with it. Let's see, where did I put that? Okay, there's this. I know what I need to pull out. It's not that. Hi. Let's see, is this the right binder? No, it is not. That's the right one. Ah, yes. These are the Junk Journal Studios, and I've got purple somewhere in here, I think. I think I've got purples. Oh no, I haven't cut out any of the purples. I thought I cut out some of the purples. blue, blue, yellow. Nope, no purples. Well, that's a bummer. I do have this one. Might have some purple. Oh, I do. I've got some purple tickets. These are by 49 in Market. Feel like it needs more. Like a number, and I've got numbers in purple. And we are almost out of time. And I had thought a second ago of something else I wanted to put on here. Oh, I know what I was thinking maybe. These peonies would go color-wise, which I think they might, but not. Nope. I think we're gonna stop with that. Oh, and we are out of time. Let me stop the timer since I was a little off. But I think I like that. I'm just gonna, because this edge is not ripped, rip the bottom edge, add a little ink, and glue everything down, and then we'll call it quits for this mass make. But yeah, please give me some input down below. If you really want me to continue doing 3 videos a week, let me know. Otherwise, I think 2025, I'm gonna do 2 videos a week, 1 posting on Tuesday and 1 posting on Thursday. I think that's just going to make my life a little bit easier because, as you probably know, I work full-time and I spend my whole day working on a computer, and so it's been a bit much, especially this last month or so, working all day and then staring at a screen all night, editing videos, and I think I may need to scale back a little for my own sanity. Also, if you have any projects you want to see me do in the upcoming year, let me know. I am happy to take suggestions. I'm more than happy to do a project that you're interested in seeing me do, because I could always use additional ideas for what to do on my channel. So yeah, please help me out as I'm planning 2025. I would love to get input on it. Also, this may be the last Mass Make Monday video, just because I am definitely taking some time off. I'm just not sure. I may be able to get a video up. Otherwise, I have a video filmed that I have to edit that will go up sometime this week, possibly Thursday, just because it's a longer video and I'm not sure I'm gonna have it fully edited by Wednesday, which is normally when I would post it, because I also really need to get my aunt's presents done this week and mailed out. Oh, so much going on. So yeah. There's definitely going to be at least 1 more video posted this year. I may do 1 more mass make if I manage to get everything done that I need to get done, and can come up with an idea that I like to do. So otherwise, I will probably be taking the rest of the year off. So you'll definitely have 1 more video this week, possibly another Mass Make Monday next Monday. We're going to play that one by ear. And if you're desperate for my videos, there are tons of videos on my channel. Just go to my YouTube channel and pick something out, and feel free to watch that. Otherwise, probably, well, we've got the 1 video, but that's already been filmed. I probably won't be back until next year, unless I, All right, I'm listing. Oh, wait, no, here it is. Okay. And all right, so we got 2 completely decorated. I really like how those came out. And then 1, 2, 3 big plain ones, 3 big book page ones. I got 2 more, and then 4 plain. So I've got 6 big ones and 6 small ones, and then 2 completely finished. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that lets YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me, and happy crafting.